Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, ICU Ghana, strongly opposed government's VAT directive on electricity. The leadership of ICU Ghana holds press conference in Accra. Hello, I'm X-Ray and welcome to another episode right here on Ray Report. The Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, ICU Ghana, have voiced their strong opposition to the government's directive to levy electricity consumption. In a display of objection, the leadership of ICU Ghana held a media briefing in Accra to raise some concerns and also rally support against the taxation measure. The contentious move by the government to levy value-added tax on electricity has generated widespread discontent among the unions, who argue that it will place an unbearable burden on businesses and workers alike. The leadership of ICU Ghana, led by the General Secretary, Mr. Morgan Ayawini, Deputy General Secretary in charge of operations, Mr. Emmanuel Benima, Deputy General Secretary in charge of administration, Mr. Samuel Ananga, and the National Chairman, Alhaji Nuruddin Al-Hassan, came together to articulate their collective apprehension and devise strategies to challenge the directive.
You will agree with me that ICU is part of organized labor, and as single largest union in the country, we share in the position of organized labor on the matter at issue, which is government's decision to put tax on electricity. There are so many taxes in this country. We are counting and we continue to count, and government is adding on. This is the time that we as a labor union thinking that we should be looking at the issues, the way to recover from our economic challenges, and that 2024 that should be dedicated to very important things such as the elections, so that we can all work together to create a congenial atmosphere, a peaceful atmosphere, so that we can deepen our democratic credentials. It is not right for government to rather bring or give its people bitter pills. We have been swallowing bitter pills, but this time around, the introduction of VAT on electricity can be described as something that is more than a bitter pill. Why do we have to pay VAT on electricity when the people are already overburdened? We are all working as Ghanaians towards the recovery, of our economy, and it is not the economy alone that we have to be looking at. The recovery of even the human being in this country should go along with the recovery of the country. As if government is looking for trouble. Why should this thing come at this time if government is not looking for trouble? If there should be any trouble in this country, it is not the unions that will create any trouble. And I know in this country, anytime matters of this nature come up and the trade unions or organized labor decide to, agitate, they read all kinds of meanings that it is coming from these people are pushing and all that. This matter is not a political issue. It is a common issue to every Ghanaian, including the working people of this country. I want to reiterate the organized labor position, which we are part, that we are not going to sit aloof. We are not jokers, and we mean business. After 31st January, if nothing is done about it, with regard to our demand for withdrawal of the directive to these two organizations, electricity and NETCO, we will advise ourselves appropriately. Already, today is the 24th of January 2024. We have started consulting our structures nationwide, and come 31st January 2024, we shall join hands with our colleagues in organized labor to do what is appropriate.
So now the ICU has been responding to some key questions. One, is the ICU Ghana willing to engage in discussions or negotiations with the government regarding this tax? Mr. Morgan Ayawini explains.
We don't have the luxury of time. If we want to use our productive time for other equally important issues, this is not a negotiation matter. It's not a negotiated matter. Organized labor is not ready to sit down at table with anybody to do any negotiation. We are not going to negotiate. Our simple request is that they should withdraw the directive and stay the status quo.
Then again, is the directive to levy electricity consumption not a way for the government to raise more taxes for the country's development? Mr. Morgan Ayawini shares a different opinion on this.
If government is looking for money, if government needs money, is it the people that voted for the government who should continue to tighten their belts and then sacrifice over sacrifice? Is it not the duty of government to look at other alternatives? Are we the people to prescribe alternatives to the government? When we do know in this country that there has been several nuisance taxes, and the government came and assured us that they are working to reduce, the nuisance taxes. Why would government now add on to the nuisance taxes? We as ICU, we have demanded, time without number, that one of the nuisance taxes, being overtime tax, should be scrapped. To date, as I speak, nothing has been done about it. For us, we are regarding this particular tax as a nuisance tax. Do you go and waste your time at the negotiating table to talk about the nuisance tax? It doesn't need any negotiation. It's not necessary. It's a nuisance tax. It's a nuisance tax. At the time that people are even struggling to pay their school fees and politicians are running up and down, they are supposed to make the country more peaceful, more congenial, so that we can all run these elections without any problem. They are bringing something, and at the end of the day, they will turn around and say that labor unions, organized labor, are the ones that are creating the problem. We are not going to create any problem. If the government want to create any problem, that one, fine. We will also know what to do after 31st January 2024.
So now, what is the way forward for ICU Ghana?
I want to appeal to all working people of this country, our members, ICU, that when the time comes, whatever strategy that we would want to take, they should all come out and join. We declare that ICU is ever ready to join hands with our members to do whatever takes government to heed to our demand. But I can assure you that this nuisance tax, VAT on electricity, will not go through.
So now, as news to the union's opposition spreads, it is expected that their stance will gain momentum and attract support from the various sectors. Now, the government, on the other hand, faces mounting pressure to review its directive and take into account concerns raised by the leadership of ICU Ghana. Remember, the unions are determined to utilize all available means to ensure that the levy on electricity consumption does not come to pass. So, if you're a Ghanaian, let's get your thoughts on this subject matter. If you find this video useful, kindly remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and above all, smash the bell icon to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. I'm Rex Ray, and this is Ray Report. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Peace out.